And today we're going to start off by making a mind map, which is going to look at some of the language that we're going to be using in the next few lessons, looking at multiplication and division, which is now our new topic in maths. Okay, so we're going to start making a mind map, and this is going to help us. Remember when we've done this with our addition and subtraction, gives us some of the language that we can use when we're doing our work. Okay, so we've got our two branches there off. We're just looking at multiplication for today. And multiplication is the cross sign, like I showed you in the video. You make that cross sign for me with your arms now. Good. So that is multiplication. And what is often, the cross sign is often referred to as times. So if you hear that word times, it means to multiply or to use the cross sign there. And times comes from our times tables. I wonder if any of you have heard about your times tables before. And this is what we're going to be looking at. 3 lots of times tables in our maths lessons. We're going to be looking at the 2 times tables. We're using that cross again, so 2 times. We're going to be looking at the 5 times. And we're going to be looking at the 10 times tables. And you might be looking at a screen now going, Mr. Stillwell, I don't know. But that's okay, because we're going to learn how to do these. And it's not as hard as it seems. Because what we do is, with our 2 times tables, is counting in 2s or in groups of 2s. So if we've got 2 objects and another 2 objects and another 2 objects, that is our 2 times table. And we're going to do the same for the 5s and the same for our 10 times tables as well. Okay, so we're going to be starting off with our 2 times tables today. But don't worry too much if you're feeling a bit unsure, because it is quite tricky. We're going to work together to solve our 2 times tables and make it easy, and so we can count in 2s or in groups of 2. So some other language that you might hear when we're talking about multiplication is the word multiply and or multiplied by. So this means that we are using our times tables to multiply or times together 2 different numbers. Some more language that you're going to hear is when we're looking at groups of or lots of. So this is going to help with our counting, like I was just saying. When we're counting in 2s, we're going to be setting out objects in different groups of or lots of a number, and then we can count them together. And this is where this bit comes in, the repeated addition part, where we use our numbers and add on and add on. So if we were working on our 2 times table, we'd have groups of 2, and we'd use our repeat addition and go 2 plus 2 plus 2 equals 6. And this works out to be the same as 3 groups of, or 3 times 2, and it will give us the same answer, which is the number 6. So what we're going to do is, and this is going to help us count in 2s, is we are going to use some socks. And don't worry, because these are clean socks. They're not smelly, cheesy socks. So in a ball of socks, we have 2 socks because we have 2 feet. If there was only 1 sock, we'd have 1 cold foot, wouldn't we? And we're going to show you now by opening it out. Show you in this ball of socks, I have 2 socks. And these are my cool socks. Look, they've got a T-Rex on them. Okay, so I have 1 sock, 2 socks. We have 2 socks. There you go. 2 socks. Now what we're going to do is, because we need to practice counting 2, what comes next? So I'm going to get another pair of socks. This time it's nice red socks. And in here we know that there is another, that's right, 1, 2. Another 2 socks. We add these together, we have 1 sock, 2 sock, 3 sock, 4 socks. So we know that we have 2 socks plus 2 socks equals, I'm going to write room, 4 socks. We know then if we had 2 groups or 2 sets of socks, one here and one here, we would have 4 socks in total. So 2 plus 2, or 2 groups of 2 is 4. What do we think we're going to do if we had another pair of socks? We'll try it now. We've got a nice white pair. So we have another one. So we now have 3 groups of 2 socks, or 3 lots of 2. So we're going to have these together. So we have 2 plus 2 plus 2. How many have we got? Let's count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We have 3 groups of 2 equal 6. We can show it in other things that are in 2s as well, like this pneumacon, which we've been using at school. We can see that these got 1, 2. So each one of these is worth 2, just like our pair of socks. So if we go 2 plus 2 plus 2 equals how many? Do you think I could put this piece of pneumacon on? How many is this worth? Let's have a look, shall we? So 2 plus 2 plus 2 equals 6. We can also do this by showing it using our dots. We've got 1 dot. So there's 1 group of 2 there. Plus, let's draw another group. I now have 2 groups of 2 dots. Plus a 3rd group of dots. I now have 3 groups of 2 dots. See, there's 1 group, 2 group, 3 group, 2 dots in each group. How many dots have I got all together? Let's count them. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So 3 groups of 2 dots equals 6 dots all together. All of these ways are showing exactly the same thing. They are showing things in groups of 2. So we have our socks in groups of 2, we have our pneumacon groups of 2, we have our dots in group of 2, and we have our numbers in 2s. And all we're doing is to work out, is we're repeating. So 2 plus 2 plus 2. 2 plus 2 plus 2. 2 plus 2 plus 2. And the numbers 2 plus 2 plus 2. And that should give us the answer of 6 socks, 6 pieces of pneumacon, 6 dots, or the number 6. From our mind map, we know that the cross sign, this one here, means the same or as, it tells us how many groups of or lots of number we have. So in this example here, we have 1, 2, 3 lots. So 3 lots of 2. That is how we would write it as a multiplication or a times. number sentence, and we can work this out by counting how many pieces of numeral we have. So we go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So we can see that 3 times 2 equals 6, which is the same as 2 plus 2 plus 2, which also equals 6. In your packs, you'll find this sheet here. We're looking at a pirate's treasure. Okay, and he has got his treasure in groups of, or lots of, 2. See? 1, 2, 1, 2. What I want you to have a go is at writing up and filling in the answer to this sheet, working out how much treasure the pirate has, and then underneath the additions, can you have a go as a challenge? Challenge yourself. Might be a bit tricky if you can write the multiplication. Okay, just like we did with the socks a minute ago and the Numicon. Okay, so this first one here is, we have 2 plus 2, so we have 2 groups of 2. How many pieces of treasure do we have altogether? Let's count. 1, 2, 3, 4. So our answer here is 4. Now, as our multiplication, we're going to start our cross in there. We know that this is lots of, or groups of. Okay, so ours are in groups of 2. That one I'm going to go there, because we have how many groups of, or lots of 2? We have 2 lots of 2, don't we? So we know that 2 times 4, 2 times 2, I gave you the answer early, oh no. 2 times 2 equals how many pieces of treasure? 4. Do you think you can have a go at the rest of them for me and see how you get on?